This right here is the Anker Roav F2 Pro. What this thing does is you put it in your car and it allows you to use your phone to play music or take calls in a car that might not support Bluetooth or have an auxiliary port in it. So this thing is basically a Bluetooth receiver that you plug into any standard cigarette lighter, 12 volt car outlet, and then it plays through the car's stereo and allows you to play that music or take the phone calls that you want through your cell phone, Bluetooth to here, and then to the car. So I'm just going to show you how exactly this thing works. I am a proud owner of a 2002 Oldsmobile Alero. So this car obviously does not have Bluetooth on the stereo. It doesn't have an auxiliary port anywhere. All we have here is we have a CD drive, and then we just have standard FM and AM radio. But with this little device here, all I have to do is take this, plug it right down here, and then I can listen to tunes in my car if I want. For a better view, here's the 12 volt outlet that we have here in the car. I have here the Anker Roav, and all I gotta simply do is plug it in, and then there you go. Right now, the device is searching for a Bluetooth device to connect to. So all you have to do is go into your phone's settings, go to Bluetooth, and then connect to this device. It's just called the Anker Roav F2 Pro. What you want to do here is you want to set the device to a station on your radio where there's nothing, where there's basically static. So there are two ways of doing this. One way is on the side, there's a channel button. When you press that, the device automatically finds a radio station that it feels would be best suited for this. Otherwise, you can hold down that channel button, and then using the front arrows, you can change which radio station you want it to be manually. So if you find a radio station that really you feel would be best suited for the situation, you can change it to that manually instead of relying on a device to do that for you. So let's look at all the ports that we have in this device. So on the front here, we have these arrows. The arrows allow you to go back and forth in whatever tracks you're listening to. So if you're listening to an album, you go to the next song, or you can go back to the previous song. Like I said before, these can also change the radio station that you want the device to connect to. This middle phone button allows you to answer phone calls when they come in. It allows you to decline phone calls when you're done calling that person. And then it also allows you to play and pause songs. So if you're listening to songs, right, back, forward, this plays and pauses it as well. So it's pretty much the multi-function button here. And then for ports, up here you have a Power IQ USB Type A port. So this, it depends on how much your phone can charge. So if your phone can charge up to 3 amps, then it will provide 3 amps. I believe that is the max. And then right here, this is the USB Type-C port. This will charge your device via USB power delivery, Power IQ 3. So whatever the max charge of your phone will be, most likely this device will provide that max charge. Up here, this little circle, this is the microphone. So this is what would be used if you're making a phone call or if you were doing something such as talking to your device's assistant. Then there's also one more. So first off, here on the side, this button turns the device on and off, obviously. This channel button I already went over. But then on this side, there's an auxiliary port. So this auxiliary port allows you to plug this device directly into your car's auxiliary port so that you can get better audio quality that way and less staticky noise. If you have an auxiliary port in your car, I would recommend just either directly plugging your phone into your car or getting a different Bluetooth receiver, maybe one that has aptX or LDAC or something like that. There are a lot of better options for cars that have auxiliary ports. This device is mostly for a car that doesn't have auxiliary or Bluetooth or any way to connect your phone to it. This device is overall just plug and play. You plug it in, you connect your phone, and it just works. And for people who need something that just works, this works well. There's really not all that much static. I had another one of these that plugged in to the auxiliary port of your phone. This one I think has a very stable connection. It seems to work very well as you're driving. It doesn't cut out really any. It's not going to win any awards for audio quality or anything because it has to go through your car's stereo. But if you're not willing or don't have the money to install a new car stereo in your car and you want something to just hook up your phone to play music, or if you want something to just talk to people in the car hands-free, this works very well. It's only $40, so at Best Buy it costs $40, but a lot of the time it goes on sale for $30. There's also another version that comes with 2 USB Type-A ports if that's what you prefer. I prefer the USB Type-C version here. But no, it just works very well. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in to Tea Time, and I will see you guys later.